Hi guys, so I had to restart my acne treatment again, and the reason for that is that I was getting breakouts on the side of my face. I hope you can see it somewhere. Yeah, so breakouts are on my face, as you can see here, and it got pretty bad during the time that I was ovulating, or it gets pretty bad during the time that I'm about to get my periods. So my family was quite worried, and I thought that before it gets any worse, let me go visit the doctor again. Now the doctor that I originally used to go to is really far away from my place, so I could not afford the time to travel, or I could not book an appointment. He's a really busy guy. So I tried to experiment with this person nearby, a doctor nearby, which is rated 4.5 on Practo, and I was like, okay fine, let's go ahead and see, because she had some good reviews. So I went to her and she looked at my so I went to her and she looked at my acne, and of course with my scars she figured out that I must have been a patient from a long time. So she immediately prescribed me something without looking much into my skin or asking me many questions. I don't know if it was out of expertise or she didn't feel the need to explain anything to me. So the medicines that she's prescribed me again are the same old medicines that I've taken a long time ago in the starting of the journey. One is doxycycline, another one is a combination of clindamycin and benzoyl peroxide, and there's a moisturizer. Whoever has began a journey with acne treatment would know doxycycline pretty much. It's the first antibiotic that every doctor gives you. And then I told her that I was not really very comfortable with the idea of taking an antibiotic again. So she gave me a probiotic tablet to take along with it. And she gave me the cream, which has to be applied on the skin topically 2 times. And she suggested me to do chemical peels. Chemical peel for me was this idea of slightly harsh sort of skin treatment. She said I could immediately start doing it. I had to do like 5 chemical peels at a duration of 15 days each. She said that it'll hasten the process of healing, and it'll actually sort of support this entire treatment. And she said that I should also regularly on a monthly or a bi-monthly basis get a chemical peel done. Now this clinic that I went to is called Derma. Obviously they make money out of all these treatments, and I think as a doctor she is sort of obliged to recommend these to people. So I was not very convinced with the idea, but I was like, okay fine, let me give it a try. Although I was like, do I need to mentally prepare for it? What do I need to do? Chemical peel, is it going to be a big deal? Am I going to be able to go to office with the same skin? I had a lot of doubts in my head. So basically chemical peel was not as bad as I expected. It was not as harsh as I expected. Also the procedure in itself is pretty costly. So it is 2,000 bucks per peel. 2,000 into 5 is basically 10,000 rupees, Indian rupees. And I was really not comfortable with the idea of shelling away so much money. So they told me that there's a package. I can get 4 + 1 free. Basically I would be paying 8,000 for 5 chemical peels. So I paid half the money, which is 4,000, and I will pay the remaining money later. So I was like, okay fine, let's go ahead, let's do this chemical peel thing today, because I was really low on confidence and I didn't want my acne to break out again. Like, I was not in a really good space of mind. So they take me to the room and make me lie down, cleanse the skin. So the first procedure is cleansing the skin. Second procedure is applying the actual chemical that they need for the chemical peel. and I thought the process would be much more elaborate, but it wasn't. So the second person, the senior doctor came, and she just very roughly applied the chemical all over my face, and I was not even sure that she was actually covering the areas where I had acne. So I had to tell her that, can you please put it here? And she was like, no, I'm done. I've covered everything. So she did that in pretty much haste, and I was not really happy with the service, because come on, I'm paying $2,000 for a chemical peel. You have to add some service at least to it. I was really hoping for a spa sort of arrangement. So then they actually made me keep the chemical for 2 minutes, not more than that, 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes, that's it. And she said, if this is the first time you're doing it, it's gonna sting a little bit. Honestly, it didn't sting much. It didn't sting at all, probably because my skin is so used to chemicals. And also, if you have done bleaching, you know how much that bleaching stings, and you get that weird smell of the chemical burning on your skin. So I was getting a slight bit of that smell. It was like 1/10 of that. And after 2 minutes, they just removed it with water. They put some ice on my skin to cool it down, which was not really needed. My skin was okay. And then they made me apply a normal moisturizer, sort of a cream, after the treatment, and a sunscreen before I head out. So honestly, I had no redness, nothing, no bizarre effect, no blistering, no nothing on my face. It just seemed a little bit more cleaner than usual. I honestly did not see any immediate results. I was disappointed. I was like, oh my god, did I pay like $2,000 for this? I'm also going to show you my photos of before and after. But by the time that I came back home, I did notice a certain amount of suppleness, a certain amount of cleanliness in my skin. It seemed cleaner than before, my skin, and it seemed not agitated but slightly more calm than before. So it definitely had benefits. The chemical peel had immediate benefits, but not as much profound as I expected. Neither were the side effects as profound as I expected. They just asked me to wash my face with water and not any harsh chemical for the entire day, and I could start using face wash from the next day and the regular moisturizer that the doctor has prescribed. I've told you in my earlier videos that there's this particular Sebamed moisturizer, gel-based moisturizer that I use on a regular basis, and my particular face wash, and that I've been using. So I've not had any issues with those two, but this doctor has prescribed me a different moisturizer which claims to be another gel-based moisturizer. So I was like, okay, fine, let's give it a try, and I have got it for you. So this cream is called, so this cream is called acnemoist cream. It claims to be oil-free moisturizer, specially designed for sensitive and acne-prone oily skin. So it is definitely not a gel-based moisturizer. I have applied it on my face already, and there is a basic difference that I notice from Sebamed. First of all, the consistency is creamy. It's not gel based. Let me get my Sebamed moisturizer. Whereas my Sebamed moisturizer is, as you can see, this in focus. So the first one that you see is my Sebamed, and the second one that you see is this new moisturizer that I've got called acnemoist. Now I'm going to rub it and show you the difference. Basically, in this part of my hand I've used this new one, and here I've used Sebamed. It's still not absorbed clearly. So the thing with Sebamed is that it has no added benefits. Not benefits, it has no added extra evidence on your face of you using any product. It just seems like wetting your face with water. It's really light and it doesn't feel like anything. Sometimes when you actually apply the moisturizer, you tend to look a little darker than your skin actually is, because it has no whitening finish or a matte finish. But the new moisturizer that I've got has actually got a sort of a matte whitening finish. I did feel a difference after applying it. It does seem like I've used some product on my face, but I've just used that moisturizer. So I'm going to use it for a while and I'm going to let you know how it does on my skin. But I'm pretty sure that if you are using a Sebamed gel-based moisturizer, you can keep using it because it is pretty good. Not promoting this video. This is not a paid promotion, but I'm just talking out of my own experience. And now the thing is, after I got my chemical peel done, I had to buy the medicines, and I was really wondering if I should buy the antibiotics or not, because I've done this before, guys. I have taken all these medicines before, and I know that after 3 days you will start noticing like a lot of difference on your face immediately. But then after you stop the antibiotic, after a while your acne is going to come back, and you are definitely going to ruin your stomach in the process, because your gut flora is going to go out of balance. So I have ruined my gut health over time by using so many antibiotics, and I really don't want to do this again, because this entire process of healing my acne, because it has been so misinformed and I've not been to the right doctors in the beginning, has taken a serious toll on my stomach, and my relationship with food is definitely gone after this entire treatment. So I was really worried. I did not know if I need to take these antibiotic tablets for 14 days. But anyway, I went ahead and bought them, and they are still here with me in this packet. I am going to show you how huge these tablets look. So this is basically a type of doxycycline, which is Doxy 1, L, DR4, doxycycline and lactic acid bacillus capsules. This is the combination that usually people give. And then she gave me the probiotics that I got. It's called Bifilac. I'm telling you all these medicines not with the intention that you go ahead and start treating yourself with those. No, absolutely not. Please do not take this video as a substitute for medicine or expert guidance. I'm not a doctor, and I am not going to suggest you to take those medicines in case you have acne, because every acne is different and you definitely need to meet an expert. You need to meet a doctor. So now today was the day I was supposed to take tablets, and I had this conflict inside. And I spoke to my mom, and my mom said, do you really want to go over that entire process again? Do you want to do this? Do you want to wreck your system again? And I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to take these tablets. So I've decided to not take doxycycline. I've decided not to take any probiotic along with it. Basically, I'm just going to use a topical cream, which is a combination of clindamycin and benzoyl peroxide gel. Again, a very basic treatment, a basic cream that has been prescribed again and again and again in acne. I know it works because I've used it before, but it is slightly harsh on your skin. But I'm just gonna apply it on my sides and use it. I have no other option right now because Rensa gel is really difficult to find over the counter, and I'm not able to order it online. But in any case, I would have preferred Retin A, which is basically a concentrated form of vitamin A treatment, more than clindamycin or benzoyl peroxide. But who knows, it depends on brand to brand. Sometimes these things really work. So this is a small 15 grams tube, which has costed me $339. Yeah, basically it's not cheap. And the moisturizer was 275 bucks. For consultation she took 500 bucks and I spent 2000 bucks on the chemical peel. So I am going to do the rest of the chemical peels, and I am going to use this topical treatment, and I'm going to use the moisturizer and update you probably after a month or so. I am not going to take the antibiotic. I know I'm going to have flare-ups just before I get my periods, but that is okay for me. So this is just a new acne update that I'm doing. The moral of the story is that you need to go and see a doctor, but you have to be careful at the same time. Let me know if you have tried chemical peeling yourself. Tell me about your experience. Was there redness? Was it really harsh? Does it have any visible results? How much did it cost you? Please let me know. Have fun. Bye. Take care.